our hotel. This is the Firth over here. That's the Firth. The hotel is right across from the Firth of Clyde. Oh yeah, we're right up.
Right over the Firth of Clyde.
This was our room up from the top here. This is my cousin Barbara.
Hi.
And that's TJ. We don't want to talk about TJ, he's an American.
Well, can I just say how lovely it is to meet my cousin Ron and Ev. This area is where Ron's grandfather was born back in the 1800s. The property obviously is long gone, but we can still show you today round about the areas where he was born. And here's my son Stuart.
There's Stuart. Hey Stuart, you're walking right into the camera. I'm Ron. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. So just tell me about what you're doing, the family tree. You've been working on that.
Yeah, just kind of expanding on what was done 20 years ago and kind of go down a rabbit hole and yeah, just kind of non-stop.
Who was that done by 20 years ago?
I can't remember. Who was it? Was it Gary or was it?
No, it was Thomas Hodge. One of the
Bill Hodge?
Bill Hodge.
Bill Hodge, that's what I have.
Yeah, I think we've got the same tree.
So you have the same book?
Yeah. I think there was.
I mean, it cost me $100 to get it on the airplane.
Did it?
I'm just kidding. No. I'm just kidding.
So,
once they saw it was a Hodge, there was an extra charge.
Hodge.
Yeah.
Hodge.
Okay. So the house of where my grandfather was born was right about in here.
Yeah.
And
we lived here with his mom and dad and brothers and sisters. I think they moved around quite a lot.
I think the Hodge family, they moved. Your grandfather was born here in Saltcoats. Our Granny Gordon, who was your grandpa's sister, was born in Irvine, which is about 7 miles.
Yes.
That way.
Yeah. We saw.
But they all seem to know this sort of area. They were familiar with it, and I think it was a favourite of theirs to come here after various family members were born. Because Granny and Grandpa Hodge, they weren't from Saltcoats, they were Glasgow, weren't they? They were Glasgow. They were Glasgow.
The Hodges, obviously Kirsty Hodge stayed here originally, and then her sons moved up to Glasgow, and then the Hodges eventually made their way back down here again, so they must have liked being here.
So a wee picture of you on your grandfather's area. I was born, and I wasn't born in Saltcoats, but I was brought up in Saltcoats, which is on the west coast of Scotland. My family home was in Saltcoats, and I lived in Saltcoats for 22 years before I got married. Then I moved to Stevenson, which is the next town over. Yeah. Stuart was born in Stevenson, and he now lives in Saltcoats.
You remember Stuart? We just met him. Okay.
So Stuart lives in Saltcoats. He still lives in Saltcoats.
Okay.
So I think as far as we know, I'm the only descendant of Kirsty Hodge that actually still lives in Saltcoats.
The only descendant of Kirsty Hodge. Yeah.
You know, it's amazing the story of Kirsty Hodge. She had a sweetie shop, vegetable grocer shop, which we'll head off to shortly.
Yep.
And that's where she ran her business.
I think her name was Christina. She was known as Kirsty locally.
Yeah.
With a K, even though her name was spelled with a C.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Kirsty she was known as.
But yeah, it's really interesting to have.
Christy was Christy.
She owned a grocery shop, a sweetie shop in Green Street. This is Green Street.
This is Green Street. We're looking down now. This is all new stuff, but here's the original. These are the original buildings.
So these are the old buildings. These are newish buildings. The old buildings have long gone.
They're long gone.
Long gone.
Okay.
But the shop sat careful behind you.
Some of the buildings further down are original, but this one isn't original. This is newer. I say
Yeah.
newer. It's still about 100 years old.
It's only 100 years old. Yeah.
It's quite new.
Yeah, it's quite new.
Brand new.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'll get a picture of you standing with the shop wall.
You guys come in and have a drink here?
I wouldn't.
Oh, we can have a Coke. I'll have a Coke too. Oh, you wouldn't go in?
I wouldn't.
Okay. All right. Glad I asked.
Maybe there's a story in there. Yeah, so this is the center of the main drag of the original Saltcoats.
The gallery has candle melt, oil burners, smoking paraphernalia pipes.
Well, they got everything.
They got everything, even crystals.
And here we are.
The glamour room, I've got to go in there.
Oh no, you're glamorous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She bought this hat because she was so cold yesterday. She bought it.
Do you want to walk down?
Yeah, let's walk down. Oh,
This is butt fat.
wow. Are you
This is Scottish strength.
are you on your honeymoon?
Yes. Where's Chris? This is.
Oh, well, congratulations. Best wishes to the bride.
Thank you.
Awesome. And you're the mayor of Saltcoats?
No, I'm not feeling.
You're not the mayor of Saltcoats? They sent me down there to interview you.
Couldn't watch the course of me. I killed it.
Whoa. Okay. Well, this is the best walk I've had in a while. Oh, you're gonna tell her those hodges?
I thought it's like that.
Wow. So this is where Barbara works.
That's where it all happens.
We happen to be looking for a place in Saltcoats. Oh. Come out. Oh, she's gonna bring the employees out
This
now.
is my friend Margaret.
Who's this?
This is my
Margaret?
friend Margaret. Margaret and I have been school friends since 1967.
No
Oh,
kidding.
67,
something like that.
This is
Really?
my cousin Ron, my second cousin Ron from New York. And
No
Ed.
relation to TJ then.
No relation to TJ. No.
No, we don't even know TJ.
Oh, yeah.
Well, every time I turn around, he's there, but I don't know.
So I had a wee walk round, so we thought we'd come down the main
Very
street.
nice.
So,
Oh, you've got a lovely day. You've got a
Yeah.
lovely
The weather's
day,
been
isn't it?
great for a
It
couple of
really
days. We've
is.
been in Scotland.
It
Yeah,
starts
we haven't
off
been there
cold,
before.
but
It's beautiful.
nice.
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
so we're
'cause
doing the tour.
Doing the
wee
tour.
wee
Oh, that's
Just like
lovely.
bringing out Margaret.
But Stuart's here as well.
Stuart's
Nice
here
to
as
see
well.
you, Stuart. You getting excited?
Aye. Not long to go.
Not long to go now.
We're ready for a
Oh yeah,
go.
Stuart's wife is ready to have a baby. When will she have this baby? Do you think?
10th of November she's due, so
10th
not
of
long to
November.
go, 8 weeks.
Is it your first child? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
waited a long time for this, so.
okay. Terrific. Well, that's awesome.
It makes such a difference when the sun is shining. An old park, just a cemetery, and a new park. So this is the kind of new park. Oh, look. So there's quite a few in there, isn't there, Stuart? So
It's mostly,
Wow.
it's Christina and mostly Robert's family. So Robert's in here, her son, plus Robert's wife, I think, and some of Robert's children. There's one of Thomas's children here, which would be your grandmother and father's sibling, but she died aged 1. She's buried in here, but she's not on the grave.
So this is the back.
She was the owner of the
That
vault,
should
so
be sitting up
at
on that
point,
base.
It's just amazing to read all these names and actually connected to us. That's fabulous. It's just
My mother's name is Mary Agnes.
and they seemed to know who we were, and they said, one of them said, used to live next door to my mum in her previous house. So it was quite touching. It was very touching, actually. So this is the street that's been named after my mum. So
That's
it's quite
awesome.
nice.
That's tremendous.
I don't know what she would have made of it, to be honest. She was a movie star. I don't know, not quite.
Right,
She was a movie star. No. But she was a well-known. She was a church organist in our local church. She was choir mistress. She was a school teacher, music teacher for many years, and she taught pupils privately piano and singing. And Susie, my younger sister, who I hope you'll meet tonight, she was the late baby, and she followed in my mum's footsteps and is a music teacher.
Oh, really?
At the local school.
Yeah.
So for all that time, his wife and I were very, very good friends. She was my neighbour, but a wonderful friend, and she died just less than 2 years ago. So I miss her. But they're lovely people, and they're just nice people.
Oh, it's nice to have it.
That on my doorstep. It's amazing.
So,
And the Hamiltons.
the Hamiltons.
Hamiltons, yep.
And that's what I'm told. My Hamilton side are Scottish.
Yep.
Oh,
Look at all those beautiful houses on the Firth of Clyde. Even though it's morning, you can hardly see much.
so this is like the main thoroughfare here, but we did visit yesterday the old center of town. And Evelyn is going away without me. See her there? She's waving. Okay, so over here, closer to the water, is this tremendous beach.
I could live here and die here.
Say that again, honey.
I could live here and die here. It's just absolutely beautiful.
I don't mind you living here today, but I don't want you dying here today. We got to get
I'm
to
not doing
Oban.
it today. We have to get to Oban.
We got to get to Oban and Mull and the Isle of Skye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
then
St.
we're heading
Andrew's
out here
Golf
shortly.
Club.
But look at this. So this is where my grandpappy Archibald Murchie Hodge used to hang out. This is the beach. This used to be a very popular recreational place, vacation place, we're told, like up to about the 70s. And then people were able to afford airplanes and airplane rides. And airplanes were becoming very popular for travel. And so people,
Went to France.
they went to, other parts of Europe. This is low tide. So you can see where the sand color changes. So right now where we are, of course, is where the ocean water was. And now we're walking on it. But just beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Evelyn is enjoying it. She's just getting into it. Look at that. Doing her exorcisms. And see if I can zoom in. A very nice visit here at Saltcoats. We're on our way up to Oban and Mull, the Isle of Mull and the Isle of Skye. And